your wallet with the free app.
Okay. Let's get this day wiped off. It's a somber day. Just lost my grandfather yesterday. So that kind of sucks. Got the viewing and the funeral Friday and Saturday. So that should be not fun. But you ever notice somebody dies in your family or family friend? I haven't been to a lot of funerals. I've been to a few. But honestly, the only way to kind of just sit there and not being depressed is to just talk about that person. Talk about what they did, him or her, whoever it is, their lives. When you go, and unless you're somebody famous or whatever, all that's left of you is the memories of your loved ones. What remains is the memories you made with the ones around you. The hard part about being an old person, I'm learning the older I get, is I understand now why you see that miserable old lady or old guy who lived by themselves. I mean, growing up as a kid, you always have a few older people that just look pissy and miserable and aggravated. But you gotta think, that person has probably lost every sibling, every parent, every cousin, every childhood friend they have ever known. Everyone that knew him or her as a person is gone. Now you see the shell of an old person with strangers around and just on the outskirts of society. And that's depressing. It really makes you think twice when you actually try to put yourself in the mindset of somebody else. Look at it from their perspective. Honestly, if everybody did that, it would be a little less crazy, I think. If you see someone losing their shit in the grocery store, guy, girl, whatever, and you stop and you actually think about what that person has going on. For all you know, it's a single mom with 3 kids. She just missed rent and she's worried about getting school clothes. She got a deadbeat dad that doesn't want nothing to do with the kids. She's fighting the system to try and get child support. She's trying her damnedest and just overstressed. And these 3 kids are just tough because they're all boys. They're running rampant on her, and she's doing the best she damnedest could. But then you cut her in line, and then she fucking says something, and then you and her get into some shit because, I don't know, you didn't like the game Saturday night. Your team lost. You never know what people are going through. You look at them, people driving by, people in their cars, people you see walking. You have to stop and think. Every single person you see has a different and unique life going on simultaneously to yours. You are not the most important person in this world. You're not. You're the most important person probably in your sphere, in your area, your world. Maybe you have kids and they're the most important people. That's what death does. Makes you think of deep shit. My grandfather was a hard-working, basically truck driver that in his later years couldn't retire, just didn't have the money. So he bought and sold furniture. He tried his damnedest to keep his family afloat. Because in his 40s, he again became a father. So he had a new family to support after he was almost retired. So from a distance, We weren't really that close. But I did see what he was doing from a distance. He was taking care of his family. He was working hard every day. Even until honestly, the day he went. I never knew him not to going to get some auction, going to get furniture, going to try and sell something. He basically hand-built his house from a little 2-bedroom home into a 3 or 4-bedroom beautiful home. New kitchen, new bathroom. And it wasn't that he paid some contractors to do it and had the money. He didn't have the money. But he had the knowledge. He had the money for materials after buying them over time and acquiring them where he could. He made do with what he had. And I know he didn't have much, but what he did have, he's going to leave to his loved ones. I know they're hurt. They're feeling his loss now because he was the provider, even at, I want to say, 70-something. He was still the provider at 70-something. So if I could be half the man he was at that age, I'll be okay. People look at him. I don't think he was a people person. I don't think he wanted people's attention too much at all. He just wanted to be left alone. He was never mean. He just wanted to do his own thing and take care of his own family. And that's what he did. He did it well. See, Polacks might be counted as dumb. And a lot of dumb jokes. But you cannot say they're not hardworking. Just happy I haven't lost my area like he did. Yeah. I think I remember of him saying to me over and over as a kid, "Hey boy." "Yeah boy." It was a raspy voice. It's sad to see them, when you do see them getting older, kind of shrivel up. Just kind of wither away. All the muscle, all the fats, all the skin they've acquired through their life just kind of shrink. The eyes go a little glossy. Mind goes a little more vacant. But I can honestly say he was, he had his wits about him. That's one thing he did have that a lot of people don't tend to have when they go, is at least their memories. That's what's scary about not having any sort of religious beliefs, is if you don't have any beliefs and you think when it's over, click, lights out, all right. If you're right, awesome. No harm done. Game over. Live life. Do what you got to do. But you got to think, are you willing to take that risk? What if you're wrong? If you are wrong, you are probably making the biggest mistake you could have ever made in the history of mistakes. If there is a next, and that next is whether you are good or bad on this earth, and you go up or down in any sort of fashion, and every religion has their own up and down. It's usually up or down. Sometimes it's maybe the next. I think some Hindu religious beliefs, like it's a lot of reincarnation. But most of them, I believe, are you either go up or you go down, based on how you were here. And if you make a mistake, and you weren't the best person, in fact, you were an asshole, and you had no affiliation for what's next, and you're wrong, that's gonna be a mistake that's gonna haunt you for eternity. Not just life, but forever. Especially if you've had people in your life that loved you and tried to help you and go in the right direction and tried to help you have some sort of faith. I'm not saying be a Catholic. I'm not saying be a Muslim. Don't be a Baptist. Don't do whatever the fuck you don't want to do. But have a belief in something bigger than you. You are not the end of the universe. You are not your own God. You're not. Whether you like it or not, there is more importance than you. There is a greater good. There just is. Whether there's a greater being, don't know. I hope there is. I hope there's some method to this life's madness. I really do. And if I'm wrong and lights go out, lights out, game over. Oh well, I was wrong. But if I'm right, I'm going to do the best I fucking could. At least in my own head, the best of my ability to be the best man I could be. The best father, the best husband, the best person. I think the only way in my head to attain that is to basically, it's as simple as treat others how you want to be treated. And that's my own philosophy. Like I said, that's no religious belief or anything to that effect. It's just, if you treat others the way you want to be treated, you won't end up being a fucking asshole. You won't do asshole things. But that's my somber talk. That happens when someone passes. Your mind's not on crazy shit in the world. Nice to take a break though, and not think about the craziness the world has gone to. The world is crazy. If there is a reckoning, it's probably going to be soon. But maybe not. Maybe there's nothing. Maybe you're right. Anyways, love your family. They might be gone tomorrow.